can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The bonus team is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like this.
And a pleasant good morning to you from Tony'sPicks.com. This is Ramon Scott. Welcome to the morning steam for Sunday, August 4th. We're going to preview our Major League Baseball card today. We get ready for big week of preseason football next week, and of course, conclusion of the Olympics. We've been moving on here to track and field. Today's the last day of swimming. Exciting action right now going on, especially this great tennis match between Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz. 4-4 here in the first set. Pretty awesome match here right now going on, and golf also on fire here at this point. I guess an argument could be made that maybe Olympic golf should it be match play? I don't know. It seems like here all of a sudden we might have nothing to play for. The way Jon Rahm is pulling away here on the front nine, 5 under for the day. He's up 3 strokes right now over Tommy Fleetwood, Hideki Matsuyama, Xander Schauffele 4 shots back, and Scotty's 5 back. But feels like gold in the future for Jon Rahm in golf. Going to be a pretty spectacular day in the men's 100. We get ready for Noah Lyles, the headliner today at the Olympics. Should be pretty awesome, of course. They'll have the final tonight, and of course more swimming tonight as well. Pretty spectacular action last night. Big news in sprinting. The Jamaican sprinters, the women, are having a little tough time here, just getting to the start line. It looks like not only now Sharika Jackson, pulling out of the 100. Now Shelly Ann Frazier's out, and Jackson out of the 200 as well. So just a real tough situation there. But of course, how about the country of St. Lucia? 200,000 people live on the Caribbean island of St. Lucia, and if Jamaica can't pull their usual standard, it is the tiny island of St. Lucia winning their first ever gold medal in the Summer Olympics in sprinting. But just a spectacular event. And yes, Sha'Carri Richardson looking pretty great with her silver medal yesterday. But all eyes, of course, were on Julian Alfred. I knew I'd get it eventually. Julian Alfred, the 23-year-old, wins at the Olympics. Of course, she's a Texas Longhorn, and I read that if you put the Texas Longhorns in the Olympics as their own country, they'd be 12th in the medal standings. So they'd have their own procession. They'd have a Longhorn flag. They can come waving it in. Hey, good morning, everybody. Let's say hello and get to our show here. I don't know what other great headlines you want to discuss from the Olympics, but just a pretty good day overall here coming up. And let's see, we've got some steam coming in. Let's roll it off right now. It's on my Padres here, our first on-air steam alert coming through right now. The Padres today. All right, I'm down, but pretty big price here. Padres going to be heading to $2 here at this point. You can still get a cheap price at a few spots if you're interested in the Padres today. There's still $1.75 out there. Bet online's up to $2 here with the Padres today with the knuckleballer Waldron going up against Quantrill for Colorado. The Steam also came in that game on the under, and we'll talk about it, get some picks together as well when we do our Major League Baseball previews. Yesterday, Mariners, if you missed it, came back to beat the Phillies in 10 innings. The Phillies led that game 5-0 when you went to bed, and the Phillies have now lost 6 games in a row. Cubs blew a lead also. They were leading the Cardinals 4-2, ended up going down to defeat 5-4 to the Cardinals by Padres. Well, we got it right on the air talking about the Rockies plus a run and a half yesterday, but Martin Perez, 6 good innings in his Padres debut. White Sox lose their 19th game in a row. Tigers over the Royals 6-5 and 11. Game was scoreless after 5. Angels over the Mets 5-4. Home runs were flying out of the park late in that game to turn the tide both ways for the Mets yesterday and the Angels. All right. Let's see who's here today, and I'll say hello to some folks. Thank you very much for joining me today. Do have one CFL game to talk about as well. Here, let me see. I'm going to say hello to my man, Thomas Lewis. Thank you, sir. OnlyFans Cats is here. Today found his way back. Get him back in here. Cats, all right. Thomas Bird here today. Charles Sharp, hello. Dre, good morning. Justin, hello. Humble and Gentle Mexican is here today. Blake M is here. Trevor Davis also as well. And let's see here. Thomas is going over in something. I don't know what's going on. Jeff is here today. And Lauren Doran, great to have here as well. All right, we'll just take care of this real quick. God dang, what a moron. All right. And Terrell, hello as well. All right. Yeah, about at it with that. And Futon Bets gets a chance to join us today. Thank you, Futon Bets. All right. Go over to Tony'sPicks.com and see who did well. I had a 4-1 day with my UFC card yesterday. Pretty good day over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's take a look at it here and see who did well over at the website yesterday. And take a look at our handicappers over at Tony'sPicks.com. And then we'll get to the previews. Ben Ruhala. Oh, my goodness. Ben Ruhala with a 7-2 day. That means big-time profits there with plus 630. Jonathan Malone there, 6-2 for 75%. Scott Double Shooty, 4-1 yesterday, plus 300. Tony's Picks VIP goes 5-2 for plus 272. Hollywood Sam 75%. Nick Lagaretto 75%. Bo Dunn 2-1 yesterday as well. And Tiffany Mance 2-1. And Brandon Check 2-2. Where am I? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. I thought I had a profitable day. So anyways, check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I did have some winners. I had a couple winners in Major League Baseball as well yesterday. Premium pick winners, Arizona Pittsburgh game to go under, Miami and Atlanta to go under as well. And also Tampa Bay, Houston under. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages. We've got an early card here in day baseball. So I'll be up and firing here as soon as we get off the air here today. Let me just check some here and see what's going on. All right. Yeah, it was a good day there. There's those UFC wins yesterday. And there you go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, Jaya Bear push. Okay, I think he won. Oh, well, we'll get that squared away. Appreciate you checking me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. I don't think there were any draws in the UFC. That doesn't happen. Very odd weather, running 5 all time. Anyways, check me out over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off all premium pick packages from any of our cappers. Click on the All Cappers tab. Click on the handicapper profile page, and that's how you get signed up. All right. Appreciate it. A few more comments from you here, and we'll get started with our show for today, previewing Major League Baseball. And yeah, we're getting the overest there. Fernando, hello. And also, who else? That might be it. All right. Get to going here on Major League Baseball for today. Got plenty of action in the. I mean, I'm tired, man. The Olympics were on fire yesterday, weren't they? I mean, Rom here, another birdie. He's 20 under right now, heading for that gold medal. And Jokovic and Alcaraz, 5 all here. All right. Let's go here with our baseball action. We'll get right into it. Try to have a quick show so we can get to the Olympics, man. And going to be some great games today. Let me just pull back for a little bit real quick and cover some of these team sports that have been going on here, actually, because Nigeria just closed out Canada in women's basketball in a big upset that's going to take the Canadians out of medal contention here and eliminate them from the competition. Nigeria, 7-point underdog, wins 79-70. We already saw Belgium club Japan. They were an 8.5-point favorite. They won by 27 points. And coming up here, let me get you two plays in Olympic basketball actually today. Coming up momentarily. 2 hours from now, an hour and 50 minutes from now, the United States in action here against Germany. And the U.S. is a 19-point favorite against Germany today. I like the under here, 162 with the United States and Germany. And then following that game at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific, game between France and Australia. And in that one, I'm going to be taking the under 139. France is favored by 5 points in that one. And the total there, 139, maybe 139.5. I've got the under there in that one. All right. Also, before we hit the air next, men's basketball will be taking place here in the morning. No, that's on Tuesday morning, so we'll have plenty of time for that. Okay. Also, soccer action today, all at the Olympics. Let me see here if I got that. It's not. We know the matchups is what it is. Okay, I'm ready to go. Here we go. Major League Baseball. Thank you. Giants and the Reds are going to start us off here today with Robbie Ray back in the fold here, going up against Spires for the Reds. And the Giants are favored here on the road. Those road-weary Giants. I knew yesterday when I took the Reds, and Stephen Duncan was with me yesterday. Appreciate him having time to stop by and talk baseball with me yesterday. But when I heard him, he knew I've been riding against the Giants, I think, on the road. And he said something like, really? Or, yesterday. And, of course, the Reds were able to take care of the Giants 6-4 yesterday in an over. For Robbie Ray, he's got a 4.82 ERA in his 2 starts so far with his season starting late here. Giants have won 6 of their last 8, but Spires has a 2.7 ERA in his last 2 starts. Reds are 4-2 with Spires on the mound. They've won 6 of 10, and they've gone under in 8 of their last 11 games coming into this one. And you guys get ready to comment here as well. Giants have gone under in 12 of their last 17 games coming in. See what you guys have here as we get the show rolling here a little bit. De La Cruz for Justin. He's got him over 1.5 bases. And Lauren Doran says, give me the Reds on the money line. Charles Sharp is here on San Francisco, and Curtis is on San Francisco here as well. All right, I kind of rushed to the start here. Am I even ready for the show? This one, I'll probably end up here on the Reds. I mean, come on. We're not going to take Giants after yesterday. Terrell, though, says take the Giants and lay a 1.5 and take Conforto to hit a homer. And here's Fernando. He's on the Reds and under. Dre is on the under here as well. And Francisco Marte joining us here, I believe, for the first time here. Francisco, thank you. Appreciate you. And a beautiful dog there. And the Reds there. Okay. All right. And that'll do it for that one here. We'll take the Reds in this one. All right. Next up, Marlins and Braves. You got a Braves big favorite here. Looks like a $3 favorite or so, and the total 8.5 with Max Fried going up against Cabrera in this one. All right, and for Cabrera here, he has a 4.3 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Marlins have gone over in 9 of Cabrera's 10 starts so far. They've also gone over in 18 of their last 28 games for Max Fried. We get our first look at Max here in about 3 weeks as he needed some time on the shelf. He was doing okay, but Atlanta 12-6 with Max Fried on the mound. The Braves are 6-2 in their last 8 games at home. The Braves have also gone under in 25 of their last 36 games. Fried's gone under in 5 of his last 6 games. Coming into this one, and let's see here. Do I have this one? Let me make sure I got this one in the right spot. I feel like, okay, yeah, there's just, group of games there at 1:35 Eastern, that's all.
Final.
All right. Atlanta, 15 of their last 16 games. I mentioned all those unders, 15 of their last 16 when playing with no rest, without the rest day, but all their games going under here, it feels like. And maybe Charles is going under in this one. Curtis likes Florida here to cover. So it sounds like covering that run line here for Curtis. Blake says he's got this one to go under. Justin's going to go Braves on the run line. Trey is on the under here. Tyler's on the under here in this one. And Darren, good morning. Hello. And Lauren says, give me the under here in this one. Hey, we got a little bit of steam coming in right now. I want to report it to you on another game momentarily. We'll continue on in just a moment with the Seattle Mariners taking some steam here in this one. They're here against the Phillies at home today. I just mentioned the Phillies with this losing streak right now, and the steam, though, coming in here on the Mariners at plus $1.15 or so right now, showing mostly plus $1.05, maybe even money. Oh, there's Steven. We'll get Steven on here in just a moment to join us. Got a few more plays here as well. Lauren Dorn went under. Reba Dennis joining us here for the first time. Thank you, Reba. Going with the Braves here on the money line. Appreciate you contributing. And here's Darren on the under. Here is Jeff on the Braves in this one. All right, give you guys another second here, and I'll take a little second here to hook up Steve, and then we'll have someone to join to listen to me ramble on these games. I'll give some picks here a little bit, certainly, but oops. Let's see if I can get this right. Oh boy. I'm a little more shaky here, it feels like, today than yesterday. I see if I can actually get Stephen what I need to get him here to get him on the air. All right. Let me see here. Ramon. I'll get it somehow. Oh boy, I don't want to hold up the show here. Sorry, you guys. Please bear with me at this point. And we'll continue on with our picks here just a moment. There we go. I think now we can get it going. Oh boy, there we go. All right. Oh, that's not. Oh boy. Hold on. I'm struggling here to get this going here, and we'll get rolling here in just a moment. There we go. All right, we'll get Stephen on here to give us some picks as well. Here's Lego World here joining us today. Says have to take the Marlins here on the money line, on the run line in this one, and I'll make my pick here as well after I've gathered my bearings here a little bit. And the game here with Miami and Atlanta, man, that is a big number here today. I don't know if I can go this high here, and I'll probably gotta grab the Marlins here on this run line. I just think the price, man, just pretty outrageous here at $3 at this point. We'll get Steven on here if he's ready. Could maybe give us a pick on the total or something here with this one, the Miami Marlins and the Braves. Here. Oh, there he is. All right. Hello, sir. Good morning to you. Thank you.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, man. I'm really bushed after you. I was watching all those great events yesterday. Maybe I'm a little extreme on all those sports, but I was really enjoying it. And then wrapped up all the way with a boxing match. I want to say a great boxing match last night with Crawford. Probably figured he'd go the distance in that one, but I tried to grab some naps along the way. It was such a busy day. So thanks for yesterday, and we'll get with you here today. I've previewed a couple of games so far. I don't know what you can do with this one, Stephen. I mean, you got Braves are up to like $3 here now today.
It's barely touchable with Fried on the mound. It's like what are you going to do with this? I would lean the under. I think that would be my play there. But minus 285, you can't even run line that. There's nothing there. I would lean the under. Right, it's gotten to the point where it's almost value to take the Marlins actually.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to do here is grab them on the run line or something. Again, like I said, it's 285 on the screen. I think it's approaching $3 at some of the square.
That's worth it. It's worth a little nibble on Marlins, I think. Braves aren't playing all that great. I know Fried's in, but they haven't been playing all that great. Not this great. They shouldn't be getting this number against anyone right now. I don't think.
Yeah, I've woken up a little bit here, winning 6 of 8, but again, they've got to win them all here at this point. Let me say hello to Nana Muscle here today. Wants the Braves on the money line. We're going to get some Braves action for sure from the crew here. Michelangelo on the run line. Good morning to Solo. Good day yesterday. And Lego says the run line's plus money, so if you're getting that plus, let me check that out here. But if you're getting that a little plus action with Miami plus 1.5 at plus 105 or plus 110. Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. And Jeff says, look at this total here now moving south here to 8, it feels like, he says. So that to me is getting pretty low, actually. All right, let's keep it going here. Get Steven on track with some of these games. We won't join him in the middle of the games, but everybody's going to be fired up to maybe get on Paul Skeens here okay price for him, I guess, nowadays. $1.55. Total is that total's not valid anymore. That's for sure. We're showing this one up to 8 under. So, well, you got a Paul Skeens game, and here's the total moving higher. A little bit of a value if you wanted to get involved here with the total under in a Skeens game. You got Ryan Nelson here in this one for Nelson coming in a 2.51 ERA in his last 5 starts, and Arizona's gone 6-1 with Nelson. The Diamondbacks have won 14 of their last 19 games. Pirates have won 13 of their last 20 for Skeens. It's all full steam ahead still. 1.5 ERA in his last 8 starts. His first start, however, comes here against the Diamondbacks today.
Yeah, I'm going to do what I've been doing the whole time, and I'm just taking Skeens first 5 run line. That's what I've been doing but he got hit up not too bad the last time he was out though. Maybe the Sharps are figuring that they have enough film on him. You don't use film anymore, but they have enough on him now that they can find a few weaknesses in his game. That's what I've been saying for a while, is like, I think that eventually they're going to find a couple weaknesses and he'll struggle a little bit, and that could be here as well. So I'm probably not going to go too heavy on it, but until he shows me till I see it a few times, I'll keep on taking the run line, my first 5. The kid's freaking amazing, and he's going to have his rough days here and there. Every pitcher will, but I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to stick with the first 5. It's made me a lot of money. So.
And we got Darren here, first 5 under. Lawrence on the Pirates on the run line. And I'll respect what Jermaine said, that Skeens games do go over, but I'm going to take the under in this one today. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game, so I think it's given me just maybe a half a run of value here in this one, and I'll take the under with the Diamondbacks and the Pirates. Oh, Chris Brady says that Tommy Fleetwood coming back here in the goal. Rom gives a stroke back. Fleetwood moves to 17 under. All right, exciting action here. Let's keep this show going. Maybe we can catch the last couple of holes here with our next matchup. Okay.
Djokovic and Alcaraz are in first set tiebreaker.
Wow, man. Yeah, I we'll see. I'd love to see, Joker hang in here stamina wise. That's what my concern would be. But this is great so far for him performing.
I have a little bit on Djokovic to win the first set. Alcaraz often loses his first sets, so I got a little bit on that. And right now I'm sweating it because it's 3-3 in this first. It's 3-3 in the overtime in the tiebreaker. So.
Saw people commenting. I didn't look at the actual television situation. I saw multiple comments on X like, wouldn't this match be good on TV? And I understand. I mean, I'm watching on the NBC streaming or whatever, so it is on TV. But I don't know. I guess maybe it's not on one of those 4 or 5 channels that they're using, and you have to go into the app. Or what do you want? You're in Canada, Steve. So
I'm in Canada. It's on TSN.
TSN has the Olympics?
Yeah. Okay. TSN, they have this on TSN in Canada. But I'm surprised in the U.S. they wouldn't have this on. I guess they're more focused on their own American.
I just didn't know maybe those people who come, but I saw multiple comments in the, I follow mostly gamblers and handicappers on Twitter. So just saw multiple comments like, where is it? Where's this match? So, but again, I mean, in the app, you can watch just about any event. So, okay, we'll just see what else is going on here with the chat. I'm sure they'd like to comment here on the Pirates game with here anymore. Anyway, we had a few comments already. So Tyler on the Diamondbacks here, and All right. I'll grab some under here and Steven on first five with Skeens. Next up,
Yeah.
Brewers and Nationals with Myers here going up against Parker. You got the Brewers here, a buck 35, and the total here is at 9, juice to the over here. Myers and Parker in this one for Myers. Looked pretty good here, 2.35 ERA in his last 3 starts. Brewers are 7-10 in the last 7-3 in the last 10 starts for Meyer. Parker got hit pretty hard so far these last few games. Really not looking that great. The young left-hander. Washington just 2-5 in his last 7 starts. He faced the Brewers on July 13th and couldn't even get out of the first inning, allowing 5 runs. The Nationals have dropped 8 of their last 11. They've gone over in 7 of their last 8.
Yeah, as far as total, I would go back to lean into the over here, but I think the wind has just come out of the sails of the Nationals. They're out now. They're struggling hard. I think they're having a hard time getting up for games, and the Brewers need it. So I'm going to, although they did win yesterday, but I'm going to go with the Brewers here. I think they'll come. This is a comeback spot for them. They're not going to lose 2 in a row against the Nationals, especially with Parker's pretty young, right? If I remember correctly, he's still trying to feel things out a little bit, and I trust the bats of the Brewers over the Nationals. So pitching's kind of a wash, but I'll take the bats of the Brewers in this one.
Yeah, Parker, the 24-year-old from Albuquerque. Stephen here on the grabbing the Nats, you say?
Brewers. I'm going to take the
Yeah,
Brewers.
okay. I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Yeah.
I just looking.
I would lean to the over again, too. It's just the Nationals are giving up a lot.
Yeah, that's where I was heading. And that's what I'll take. So we'll give them 2 plays out there. I'll take the over in this one. You mentioned the little bit of rash of overs. I mentioned it as well, with the Nationals going over in 7 of their last 8. So I'll take the over in this one. We got a lot of comments coming in, though, it looks like, on this one. Let me see here with maybe it's Justin first up. Brewers over 9. Thank you, Justin, for your patience over the last couple of days. I really do appreciate you and your great contributions every day. Fernando, maybe with his Brewers. Dre with an over. Tariq with the Brewers here. Darren Brewers. Ron on. He's on the Brewers. This is going to be a Brewer. Look, it's going to be a Brewers consensus play. There's just no. Solo is going to run with the Nats, but I don't think we can get away from this one, man. There's a lot of Brewers support in the chat. I'm sure we'll hear from Thomas momentarily. All right, I'll take the over. Steven said Brewers, so feels like a lot of Brewers support today. Road favorite here against the Nats. Yesterday, the Nats were able to pull off the win against Savali. Savali got hit early in that one. So I was trying to talk up Savali yesterday like he was due to finally get a good start against him. But, man, it just has not worked out so far for Savali. All right, Curtis on the over here. Public Enemy going over. And Thomas says, give me that first consensus play. Michelangelo also over here. And Jeff will take his Brewers and have a rosary in hand. Okay, next up. Blue Jays and Yankees with Rodriguez going up against Cole in this one, Steven and Al. I think I know where the chat's heading. Maybe they'll talk about Cole a little bit. I don't know, but I think they'll be saying feels like over before I even get into the stats here. It just feels like with this series right now and the way things are going, maybe we'll see more runs for these two, or at least the perception that we're going to get runs for Toronto. Over in 30 of their last 36. Yankees over in 28 of their last 37. What else do I need to say? Cole getting not perfect, near 5 ERA in his last 4 starts. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, it's I would, just because of the trends, I guess I would go over. But you got to figure Cole's going to get it straightened out here sooner or later.
He owns Toronto for sure in his career.
Yeah. I mean, I do lean the Yankees at home. But where are you getting on that? You got to run line it, right?
They are
and then it's not even very good
on the run line.
Minus 121 on the run line. Yeah, I don't like. I'll just probably go with you on that, just because Cole hasn't really had really much of an outing yet so far since he's come back. Rodriguez is a really good pitcher. He is a really good pitcher. But he's still trying to figure things out a bit too. So yeah, I'll go with you on that. We'll go on the over.
Let's see what the chat's up to here. I'm actually gonna, Steve. Maybe I'm giving away the products here today, but I'm probably I'll roll with the Yankees run line as my play here on the show. Take the over, and I'll give you a little winky wink. This steam came in on the under on that game. I think it's really given us some big time value. I'm listing 9.5 on screen there, but there are definitely a few 9s out there right now from that push from the sharps. So maybe they're seeing what you're seeing, talking about Cole a little bit. I'm not hopefully not talking you off of it or to change, because I'm going to probably roll with that game. I'll just take Yankees run line as my play on the show here. Let's see here. Yankees first 5 for Darren in this one with Cole. He is 4-3 so far in his first 5s so far. Tyler over. Terrell over. Teresa, that was that other game there a little bit.
Oh, I won my Djokovic bet. He did win the first set.
Yeah, just closed it out here. That's going to put some big time pressure on Carlito here moving forward. All right. Hey, Biggie's in the chat. Good morning, Biggie. Hey, aren't you pitching your first game for Tampa Bay today, Biggie? Oh, that's B. Well, we'll see. Michelangelo, Yankees run line, team total over. Charles Sharp on the Yankees. Tariq is going to be on the Yankees here. Lauren Dorn, Soto to go over. Ray Otachi, hello. And Teresa, she's still back on that. Boy, Teresa's having a rough time with her commenting, always repeating there, a little technical glitch, it feels like. I know she's not repeating that same thing. Okay, Ray will go under in this one, a little contrarian maybe there. Dave is here today. He'll go over. Thank you. That's great to have Dave. And, Jermaine's got the umpire report already percolating here, it feels like. And what did it say here in this one? The home ump is a home team umpire. Okay, Solo says, yeah, Rodriguez not bad. Keep the ball in there. Yankees run line for Teresa. All right. And let's see here. Thomas says Yankees run line is a so there it is. I'm the putting forward the consensus play there. Okay, that's fine. No, everybody likes the Yankees. I understand here today. It might be actually my technical issue here. Thank you, Teresa, though. Keep on commenting. I can work it out. I appreciate you really a lot here. Okay, Stephen, let me move on here with the Royals and the Tigers with Michael Wacha. Big road favorite here. Royals have regained some momentum here. Tigers came back to get that win. That was a wild one yesterday with Kansas City and Detroit. Felt inevitable, actually, though. Once the Tigers were up and tied the game, they were going to be able to get the win and the shot into the gap. So the world was on the Royals yesterday. The consensus play was on the Royals. I did go over as my play.
I had the Tigers yesterday. That was fun. I was on
it. So we had it.
Yeah. I was on an island. That was a gut one too. This was a gut feeling for some reason. I thought the Tigers.
You and I had it, even if it did take it down.
Oh, did you have the Tigers too yesterday? We both.
No,
did?
no. I went with the total as my play on the show. Total
okay.
over. Just I was mentioning of just a little bit of the price there. I wasn't talking people off of the Royals certainly yesterday. I knew it was going to be extremely popular play with the public yesterday for sure. So Waka here, a 3 ERA in his last 5 starts. The Royals are 5-1 with Waka on the mound. The Royals have won 5 of 6 now after dropping that one. Detroit has won 4 of their lost 9 of their last 13. They've gone over in 10 of their last 15 games overall. Go ahead, Stephen. I'll roll the comments from the chat.
I don't have a picture for Detroit here, dude.
I think this is going to be, I'm showing a Brieski, so this will be a bullpen game for sure in this one. He'll just be out there to I'll go ahead and look it up and see the bulk of what we're getting here. Go ahead. If you have anything.
I think the Royals would be angry after the game yesterday. They need every win right now. And Walker's really pitching well for them. So, especially with, a bullpen game for Detroit, seems unlikely Detroit's going to win this one. It's just what do you do with it because they're big favorites. You'll have to take it on the run line, I guess. What are you getting for that?
On the run line here at for Kansas City, -1.5 plus 110.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take the plus money on the run line with the Royals.
All right, let's get the comments from the chat here. We'll start it off with Thomas here, and he's got Kansas City on the money line. Darren also Kansas City. Here's Curtis with a team total over here. And let's see here. Make sure Lauren with the Royals in this one. Final. Justin, Royals money line. Fernando will lean to the over. And okay, a third consensus, I think is what Thomas is saying here. A third consensus play, Kansas City in this one. And I'll go ahead and go with that. I'm going to go with Kansas. I'm going to go with Kansas City today as well. I'll just take them on the money line. Steven's going to lay a little bit extra, but that kind of fits into our consensus, and it does feel like the chat is all over it as well. So, okay. A few more here. Bob says, Bob's here. Hello, Bob. Appreciate you. He likes the under. Dave's on the Royals. Michelangelo, Royals as well. Tyler Parrish, it's all Royals. Let's back up the truck, it sounds like here. All right, next up, Orioles and Corbin Burns on the road, favorite here against the Guardians. And look, this one's ended up being the Orioles were able to smash yesterday against the rookie, a 7-4 win. Yesterday, I was calling for an over yesterday, but with Corbin Burns, maybe it'll change the complexion of this one today. And Gavin Williams, who maybe we've been expecting here to maybe pull his weight a little bit more here right now. He's got a 4 ERA in his last 6 starts. It'll be his first career start against Baltimore. Cleveland still won 8 of their last 11. They've gone under in 12 of their last 18. Burns back in form here, 2.7 ERA in his last 3 starts. The Orioles are 10-3 with Burns in his last 13 starts. 3 starts against Cleveland, 1.83 ERA and a 2-0 record. Orioles over in 15 of their last 17 games overall.
And that's where I'm going. I still think even with Burns here, these just too many bats. It's only an 8. I mean, I know Burns is great and all that, but he'll still give up a couple. And the Orioles are just freaking smashing the ball right now, just absolutely smashing the ball. So I'm going to lean over. I probably would have to go with the Orioles because they just don't lose with Burns. They hardly ever lose with Burns at starting. So I'm a little apprehensive because they won the game yesterday, and the Guardians aren't one to lose 2 in a row too often. But this Orioles team is pretty darn good, and with Burns on there, I would lean towards the Orioles. But I still think there's going to be hits. I still think they get the ball. I still think the Orioles are going to smash. And if they do win, I think they're really going to win. Like they're going to crush. So, I'll take the over and lean to the Orioles.
Teresa likes a bunch of strikeouts. It looks like she'll take Baltimore here in this one. Also, let's take a look here with B-Hawk likes the over here today with you in this one, Stephen. Thomas is on Baltimore. Justin's on Baltimore. Darren's on Baltimore. Nathan will take the run line here. And John wants the Orioles as well in this one. Tyler's going to take Cleveland and the over. Tyler, Cleveland and the over. B-Hawk over here. Bob says Cleveland. Thomas says Cleveland. I'm going to take the Orioles as my play in this one. Blake going over, Ray going over, Biggie says Baltimore and over. We're all over the place. Well, maybe we're on the over. It feels like I don't know if it'll be get to a consensus, but you've influenced either the chat was kind of rolling it or you've influenced them a little bit. Feels like, and let's see here. Bob on Cleveland. Stuart Williams here today. Nice to have Stuart in the chat. Appreciate that. Baltimore run line for Michelangelo. Team total over as well. Gunner to go yard. Since what do they call him? The Gunner. Oh man, what are they calling those Gunner homers these days? I've found some catchy Gunner Stunner. Gunner Stunner. I knew it. All right. And all right, I think that's it. In this one. Hello to Rod. He's going to be the contrarian total in this one. Hi, Rod. Rod, help me out on the football game today. Great pick yesterday with that. I don't want to say they were a public dog, but, for a winless team to come in there, and Rod was all over the Elks, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Zawacki, but you were on that big winless underdog, and they were a little bit public-y, actually. I think you can admit that, and it came through. Like gangbusters. So maybe I'll lean to the under in the game today, but boy, that total sure is high in our Toronto and Calgary game. So Rod, that's on you. Hit us up. Tell us what's going on in the Carla Football League today. All right, Thomas says back-to-back. He likes Cleveland here. Public enemy on the Orioles. Chris said it too on that Elks play. How about it? And I think that'll do it here. I'll take the Orioles here in this one. Steven on the over, and a lot of overs, but there were some unders too in there. All right, let's move on here to the next one with the White Sox here and the Twins. So doesn't ever feel like it's going to be the time to consider the White Sox at this point. Steven, go ahead. There's no intro to this game. The losing streak's 18, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the White Sox with flex on them now. Imagine this is the one they win.
19.
All those great pitchers, and they win this one. But Wood Richards is really having a good year. It just seems very unlikely that can you get anything here? Like I would even go -2.5 if you have to, whatever can get up to plus money. I think the Twins are just going to smash the crap out of them.
Yeah, and there's some points, where, you're trying to say, hey, this is the most public side out there or whatever. I'm going to take the Twins again. And again, I've done a little bit of White Sox trying to find spots, but not in the last 2 weeks, it feels like right now. And I'm just going to keep on going with this. Not calling it a no-brainer, not calling it a lock. I'm not putting it as a premium. I'm just putting a little bit every day, just rolling with the Twins. You got to lay some price here. It's one of those minus spots. But right now, these are one of the minus spots that we just haven't seen in quite a long time. There's just no doubt about it. So, anyways, it's 19 in a row now. You mentioned Woods Richardson hasn't won any of his last 5 starts, however, so gets a break here against Chicago. He does have 2 starts against the White Sox this year, a 4.15 ERA here. Twins over in 10 of their last 13. White Sox over in 8 of their last 10. So maybe we, if anybody wants to look to the total here, I'm just going to take
9.
Has it moved though? Let me see. Yeah, 8. There are some 9 unders out there still, but there's 8.5 over 20 at some spots as well. So I think maybe that total just moved. Let's see what the chat's up to here in this one. Justin has his prop play of the game. It's Byron Buxton here. That gets an RBI. Justin's also going to lay it. Fight Bet Media. Hey, really cool to have Fight Bet Media joining us today. I like that. Certainly, he had a busy day yesterday. He'll take the Sox to break this losing streak. Tyler also, give me the Sox. B Hawk Sox here in this one. Fight Bet Media says lay the run lines out. Fight Bet Media just showed up to pick this to be Mr. Contrarian. Appreciate you. Fight Bet Media appearing here today. Dre here on the under. And also Twins extended run line here for Jermaine and go team total over. Jeff Twins run line. Thomas on the under. Reba, White Sox getting plenty of appreciation and love today. This is, I'd almost say the White Sox are the preferred team of the chat. No doubt about it here in this one. So I'm on the island laying the run line with the against the White Sox today. All right, Rod goes under here in this one. Lego's got Flexen to absolutely. This is the moment Flexen turns around his 15 straight losses. Not only do we have that 19-game losing streak, of course, the White Sox have lost 15 straight with Flexen. We know that. Law Dog, White Sox first 5. I feel like, is there a Steven, a virus in this computer? The way everybody's on the White today. I was joking here. So many White Sox. Like, am I being trolled?
I think, I don't know. I'm like listening to you go, this White Sox. And I'm like, how are you taking the White Sox here? I just.
All right. Even Thomas can't. There's enough. Yeah, there's a few Twins on there to keep Thomas from reporting it as a consensus play, but it's close, man. There's definitely more love for the White Sox. And again, looking for those spots, and maybe that is, indeed the case. Hey, Scott, Steve, right now, I just want to tell everybody thank you in the chat. We've got with us Stephen Duncan, Pearl of Wisdom on Twitter, forgive me, Stephen, if you want to say it. I see you have your name on there, but I may have misquoted your X handle there. But just want to say thank you to everybody because we're up over 120. Our Sunday's always our big day, and to have Stephen here today, awesome, with a best turnout here in a couple of weeks for the show. And I imagine, Stephen, summer's about over, man. We're going to start to get a lot more viewers here starting this week and next week as football ramps up. Man, it's going to be awesome here. Bob Barton on the over. And one more comment here. Jimmy Burke here today. Haven't really seen Jimmy too much here, but appreciate him. Sunday baseball underdog day. All right. Also, some steam coming in right now on the night game. I want to report it now, and we'll get to it. It's the last game, of course, on the card, but the Cardinals and the Cubs. The total was 8.5. The total's moving to 9 at a lot of spots right now. Cardinals and Cubs is taking steam to the over as we speak, and we'll preview that one in a bit. It's the last game. And there's Tom giving a little bit of Royals support. All right. We haven't talked about a White Sox game that much in a month. All right. Here it is. Here it is. Where's Gary Confredo? He's on the mound today, I believe, for the Rays in this one against Arrighetti. So you got a couple of young pitchers here for the Rays and Hunter. I don't know if I've actually heard his name pronounced, so I think it's actually Beige or Beige here. I maybe have heard him mentioned a couple of times. I don't think it's actually Biggie, maybe Biggie, but nonetheless, he makes his uh, debut with Tampa. He was acquired in the, let's see, what was it? Oh, God, who was he traded for? Morel. Okay, Paredes went to the Cubs for the deal that brought BG, Morel, and Johnson to Tampa Bay. So he's going to get his first start here. He's made an appearance in the major leagues with the Cubs before. So we'll get a chance to see some young players here in this one. Going up against Arrighetti here, $1.60 right now for Houston. Total is 8.5 in this one for Arrighetti. Not looking great, 5.67 ERA in his last 5 starts. Astros just 2-7 in his last 9. Tampa Bay's won 12 of their last 20, and Houston's lost 4 of 6.
Yeah, this is the time of year for Tampa Bay. I don't really care about the being sellers or anything like that. It's like to me, Tampa Bay is like the Boston Bruins in the NHL. It doesn't almost matter. It within reason, of course. You got to have talent on your team, but like the Boston Bruins can lose Bergeron, they can lose Krejci, and everybody's like, oh, they're screwed for sure now. And next thing you know, they're still in the playoff hunt and they're still there, especially in the second half. And that's what Tampa Bay is like. That's the Rays are just like that as well. Astros, it seems like they're playing nervous. They're really having that fight with the Mariners, and they're playing a little nervous. Where I think the Rays are playing a lot looser. I don't know much about this kid, but it's 2 rookies, so it's probably a write-off between the two. It's probably a wash. So I'm just going to take that Rays magic that happens this year, and I'm going to take him again, like I did yesterday.
All right, in the chat coming in here with a little bit of Astros here. It looks like there's a little bit of Tampa Bay as well. Hello to PZ in the chat. And let's see. Bob says he's got some guys there with him. They all like Hughes. He wants 3 votes on this one. We might give it to him. We trust Bob in there. All right. And Law Dog's on the over in this one. I'm going to go against my man Law Dog. I just think at 8.5, I'm going to have to take the under here. Definitely coming. That number comes in well above my computer here. It's kind of was kind of looking at 7.5 over. The only thing that puts me up on the 8 here a little bit is that rookie, but I'm gonna end up taking the under, I think, in this one. Let's see here. Rod has a nice comment there. Let's see what he's saying here. Okay, Rod's gonna get me singing here. Biggie, can't you see? Okay, Rod, we're gonna bring you on to sing the song here a little bit. I'll take the under in this one. Don't think we got a consensus out of that. All right, next up, though, here's the Red Sox and the Rangers here. Well, what happened? This is one where I tried to squeeze in a nap, and I thought I was winning with the Red Sox, and I woke up and I had lost this one, Stephen, yesterday.
With like me, I had Cubs as a premium yesterday. All I just pitched. They were up 4-1. I didn't even pay attention to the game, and I go, look, oh, you got me kidding.
For this one with Eovaldi here, favored $1.30-ish here at this point, maybe down to $1.25 or lower here, and the total is shifting to the under. I'm showing 8 under 15 right now, so we're seeing a move here to the under currently. The widely reported steam came in on the over. So let's see what we have for some numbers with these guys and get your comments ready in the chat right now. For Eovaldi here, a 4.32 ERA in his last 4 starts. Texas is 5-1 in his last 6 starts. Rangers still, slumping a little bit, but that win did bring them up to 2-6 in their last 8 games. Of course, Eovaldi was a Red Sox for several years, and just until a couple years ago, they spent 4 or 5 years there with the Red Sox. For Pivetta here, 6.46 ERA in his last 3 starts. It's gone over in 6 of his last 9 starts. Red Sox now 5-9 here since the break. They've gone over in 11 of their last 13. Rangers over in 9 of their last 10. We had the over yesterday. I had the over yesterday here on the show, and might do it again today. Steam came in on the over as well. I don't know. That price looks pretty good. Maybe I'll take the side. What do you got?
I like to take teams after they break losing streaks, especially if they have a really good pitcher the next day, which they do. They have Valdi. So I'm gonna go with Texas here, but I'm with you. And obviously this team out there, I think an over is very possible. Pivetta just has lost his game this last little while. Like, I can't back him at all right now. He's struggling hard. And Texas is back to being healthy again. They got a couple more bats in there now again. So I think you'll see them hitting quite a bit more. And the Red Sox are, they got a good enough lineup to get pot a couple too. So I kind of like the over here as well, and I like Texas.
All right, Stephen gives a little double play action maybe here, Texas and the over. And, probably can't disagree. I'm going to take the over here on the show as my play here. I'm maybe feeling a little premium on that, but I'll just roll with it here. Want to get some more winners out in this one. Here comes a couple more in the chat with Fernando going over. Jeff says Texas money line. Pivetta gets roughed up here. I was leaning Boston maybe, but I don't know. Lauren here, Rangers run line. Ray, Red Sox team total over. Public Enemy likes over in the game. We're kind of all over the place. I don't know if there's any consensus here, but got a couple of plays here from Steven and I. Rangers and over. All right. Next up, Mets and the Angels. Just when you think you want to look, Angels were able to get the win yesterday. The Mets were clutch. They got the big home run, but the Angels got their big home run too. Angels win. Mets were a pretty big public play. I was on them. Chat consensus was on them, certainly, with going up against Soriano in that one. Still got to lay a price here. Doesn't feel very comfortable. And after yesterday, I don't know. Maybe the Mets are in a lost weekend. Talking about upset Sunday in the chat here, Steven. I don't know. Maybe that was the upset, but feels like the Mets lost a little bit of focus there late, and I had my concerns, and I have concerns maybe coming into this game with their focus right now, even with their hot streak. Still 116 of their last 24 coming in. Quintana, people make fun of him. Good numbers here of late. 2 ERA in his last 5 starts, and the Mets are 7-2 with Quintana on the mound, and Canning is a ERA near 7.5 in his last 5 starts. Has faced the Mets 7 innings and 1 run allowed.
Yeah, I have a not theory, I guess. It's kind of an angle that always works for me. Usually, if a team comes back on a team like the Angels did yesterday with the Mets, I'll generally take that team the next day as well. And it pays out pretty good at about 63.5. It's got a good ROI. Except I can't back Canning here. That's the problem. I just can't. He's just too bad, man. So I don't really have much of a play here. I don't like it. I don't like taking a team that allowed them, like you said it well, they lost focus. yesterday. Are they going to be able to come back and refocus again? Usually not. Usually they're shook, and the other team wins. If I'm probably not going to touch this game, but if I had to, because of that angle that really works for me, I would probably just close my eyes and take the Angels, even though Canyon is in there at the plus money. But I probably I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, we see the chat here. Thomas has already said that he's got enough survey here, it feels like, to go with the New York Mets. Blake did come in on the Angels on the run line. So maybe I'll pivot here a little bit because I'm not sure I want to roll a little bit. I appreciate the chat very, very much. Maybe it'll keep me off my Angel lean here, maybe. But I'll end up going, I'll take under as my play in the game today. The widely reported steam did come in on the over. The total there on screen at 10 under 15. That is, that's pretty close to what we're showing right now. Some of the sharper books have moved down to 9.5 a little bit. So I'm going to take the under here as my play. Consensus definitely on the Mets here in this one. Want to mention also a little bit of breaking news here, just regarding a starter today. Steven asked me, he said, I don't even know who's starting for the Tigers. I said, oh, Steven, Brieski. Well, it's going to be Faedo after all here. Going to be the opener here. Faedo. We're starting to see the line come out now. Bet Online's put up $1.38, 8.5 over with Faedo. Certainly an opener here. We had him listed as the opener yesterday, and I believe they ended up changing that here. I don't know. Maybe he did go an inning and got out of there, and he's doing it again. I actually didn't get a chance to check it that deep. But nonetheless, here, let's see. A few more comments here. Just, I never want to fade that steam, but you know what? Even I do it once in a while here.
I remember a lot yesterday. I was saying we were saying that line seemed fishy at -125 on the Mets.
Oh, on that low low line yesterday, no doubt about it. I fell for it, and the public, it was overwhelming. There was nothing we were going to do about it. And today, like I said, maybe this is my White Sox here, like Rick was saying. Rick said he might be a little behind us, but I saw a chat comment come in during this game. He said, I was in the bathroom and I thought I heard you say you're taking the White Sox. I'm not, but everybody else is. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Rick. Jermaine says, heads up here, more bad weather on the East Coast today. All right. We'll keep an eye on that, certainly. All right, Dodgers and A's here in this one. Well, I tried to go with the A's, thinking they could still do it, but Dodgers yesterday get that win. Maybe I can complain a little bit about the bad beat on the total under, but still 10 runs. That's an over, no doubt about it. Even if it was 2-0 going into the last 2 innings or whatever it was. Ryan here, down to $1.40 at some of the sharp books here. So we're definitely seeing a move on Oakland. I'm wondering if this thing's going to come up kind of steamy here a little bit. The widely reported steam has already come in this game on the under here earlier this morning, and that's why we're seeing it currently at 8.5, maybe 8.5 flat here at this point, but 8.5 over 15, maybe 8.5 over 20 here. But the Dodgers came back. We're going to look at this young pitcher again. Where are these Dodger pitchers that are supposed to be getting healthy here at this point? Dodgers have dropped 11 of their last 14 on the road, 5 of their last 7, this despite the win yesterday. A's still in a pretty good group here, 9-5 last 14 at home, and they've got, if I could do my song for Rod, I'd always go with my Beto missed the boat that day he left the shack. Stephen Duncan.
Yeah, I was surprised that A's got crushed yesterday as well. Now it's hard to say what I want to do with this game. I think I'm just going to go back to the A's. Okay, fine. LA. Yeah. LA had a big day yesterday. I think they probably just blew their wad in the end. And see, the A's probably didn't. How much of their bullpen? They probably used a lot of their bullpen yesterday, too, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're
Oh
probably
well,
not,
I'll
probably
get it
not
for
their
you if
best
you want.
guys.
Go ahead. I'm
Sorry?
sorry about that. I'll get it for you if you want. No, I was going to get it for you if you want. All those runs came relatively late, so they
Yeah.
did end up using 4 guys. Muller and Reyes threw heavy pitches, but Klein 7 pitches, Alexander 19 pitches, and they didn't get into their 2 best closers there, obviously. So they might be okay. Still got Otanias and McFarland on a rest.
Yeah. Now I'm going to go back to the A's again. I wish it was a better price, though. Plus 122. But it's yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to the A's again. I'm just because LA had some hot bats late against some poor closers. They're all of a sudden going to be back on track again. I doubt it. So I'll give them a shot. I'll give the A's one more shot.
All right, Stephen on these. How about Bob Martin says he loves the Whalers hat? Stephen,
yeah.
no doubt. I don't know. Does
Yeah.
that have blue trim around it, or is it just white and green?
It's just white and green. It's just white and green.
Can't see it that.
I heard rumors. I've heard rumors that Hartford may get a team sometime down the road. Eventually, I hope so.
I think it'd be incredible. The one thing I remember about the Hartford Whalers certainly are a little younger, maybe a couple years younger than I, but back in the days when ESPN was first starting out, you only could get, they'd only show the Hartford Whalers. Or Boston, maybe. It was. I think Hartford and Boston was a game that was always on ESPN because they had just gotten some NHL, and they didn't go very far out of Connecticut, obviously, and every game was the Hartford Whalers. I think when ESPN first started their NHL coverage. All right, hey, I'm going to take the under as my play on the show. I can't do it.
I knew you were going to take the under.
Yeah, I just can't do it right now. No, I didn't get swayed by yesterday's game necessarily here, and maybe I don't want to go with it as a premium on the road, but no doubt that we've seen a few overs here from the Dodgers of late, over in 7 of their last 9. All right, appreciate it. No, it looks like nothing from the chat there. Too much on this one with an ugly line and a blowout. Okay, here we go. Rockies and Padres with I might have messed up this one here. I don't have the right pitchers in there. I left up yesterday's pitcher. How did I miss that? It's Quantrill. I might need you to take over here while I Quantrill for the Rockies and the knuckleballer Waldron here for the Padres. Current line is about $2. The line I had was right. I just didn't update the pitchers. So let's call it $2 and 8 under 15 here. For my Padres today, steam did come in on the Padres. They were as low as $1.60 or so, and the total was it still is. There's some 7.5s out there for sure, but it's juiced up to the over. So 7.5 over, 8 under, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the under here. Waldron's been pitching very well, and Quantrill actually is not a bad arm. That's
a lot of people surprised he didn't end up on another team, Stephen. A lot of people surprised he didn't end up on another team.
Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't trade him. I don't know what the Rockies are doing most of the time. Do you? I don't know what direction they're going or what they're doing. I have no idea. It's a weird team. But yeah, I think I'll sprinkle a little bit on the under. And Waldron's on there. Quantrill's pitching well. You can keep it close. Yeah, I think the Padres pull it out like almost the same as yesterday. It's like I could see it almost being exactly like yesterday. So maybe under first 5 too, because then you take the Rockies bullpen out of it. Maybe Padres open up later. So yeah, let's go under first 5 in this one.
All right, Stephen chiming in here on the under. I said that widely reported steam did come in on the under. Maybe it didn't move quite that much here. How about if I grab the under full game here, and this one is my play. So we're going to go a little double action, it feels like, on the under in this one. I can't give you any trends here necessarily on these two going under because the pitchers have been kind of going over. The teams have been kind of going over a little bit. Sometimes I cultivate the trends to kind of fit the narrative, but just don't really have it in this game. I'm pretty much going on the eye test a little bit and a day game here in San Diego on a Sunday. So Reba's on the Rockies here. And Teresa, thank you for those comments. Yeah, maybe we had some pretty good picks for once on the show and in the premium. Steven, maybe it was because Steven was here. The pressure was on. We had some wins, we had some losses to be continued. All right. We're almost done with our Major League Baseball action for today and the Phillies here. What is wrong, Steven, with the Phillies? Now, it did feel like Seattle was kind of a public team yesterday with Miller. I tried to go with the Phillies, and I heard you chuckle there a little bit when I not chuckle at me, but you were surprised that I was rolling maybe with the Phillies. I mentioned that on an earlier game too yesterday, but nonetheless, a big score here yesterday, 6-5 with Miller, and Phillies are going to be favored, of course, here on the road with Wheeler. Always interesting, right? Because you're still going up against Gilbert here. The widely reported steam did come in on Seattle, but that doesn't mean the line is shifted too much. It is about $1.15, and it's all the way down to 7 flat. I don't think the total got steamed, but maybe that's where it belongs. I will mention this real quick before I let you go, Stephen, on this game. Twins are getting rolled right now, and when the Sharps are bombing the big favorite like this, the Twins are going to end up probably 330, I would imagine, by the time this is done. So those sharp books still hanging 265 or so. You can still get some value on the Twins. They're getting steamed. Okay, here we go. Phillies and Mariners. Go ahead.
Well, thanks for telling me that because I'm going to put my bet in on the Twins run line while we're
talking. I'll talk. Go ahead and do that. You know what? I'll talk for a second.
That's all right. I got it. What's going on with the Phillies? I think it's sometimes when you have a team in any sport that is kind of like really comfortable in their place, it just gets a little bit harder to get yourself up for games because you're in and you worked hard to get there. And sometimes you see dips like this. Colorado Avalanche, they do it all the time. They're a team that always seems to dip after they've gotten up in the division and they're comfortable. It's common. In fact, in NHL, I look for that all the time for plus money plays. Right when a team is really comfortable. So I think that's what's happened with the Phillies here. They're just comfortable. There's not really much for them against the Mariners to get up for, really. But sooner or later, after a while, it's going to get, okay, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like, we got to get our shit together. It'll come back and they'll go on a run for sure. No doubt about it. But here with Wheeler and Gilbert, I mean, the 7 is – the Mariners have been hitting really well. I love what they did at the deadline, and I think they love what they did at the deadline. They just got their mojo going right now. That's why I think the Astros are struggling because they're looking at the Mariners and they're like, and I think they were easily going to pass them because almost if all very respected cappers that I listen to all the time because I love listening to people and have their view on things. I've been saying the Mariners are going to be out of it. Like, they can't hit, they can't do anything. Then they go out and just do some fantastic stuff at the deadline. I think it's brought them up even more and given them a boost, where the Phillies are just kind of in dead zone right now. Like, it's just like kind of too, maybe a little too, like I said, got a little too comfortable and kind of almost in a relaxed mode. So with all that said, I'm gonna go back to the Mariners again until they show me that they're not, until they take a loss, and then we'll see what they're going to do after that. But I'm going to go back to the Mariners again.
All right. Stephen, a couple times on this show, got to be honest with you, I've pivoted. Not that I've disagreed with you. I just want to give everyone an extra play. So if you kind of went on something that I did, I moved to the total or the side. Not on this one. Let's go with it. I think the Mariners, this will be you and me, our consensus. We'll put our money together. I'm going to take the Mariners today as a slight dog here. The move is obviously on them here. Let me fix it here real quick. See there. Yeah, there we go. That looks good, $1.15 or so. I see my man there. Let's see. What did he say, actually? Oh, there it is. Yeah, $1.10, said Jeff on the Phillies. So, okay, well, I'll leave it $1.15 there when I update. But yeah, definitely move here on the Mariners. Steven and I both take the Mariners. Justin's on the Mariners. Louis says maybe Philly, though, here today. Louis says Philly here. And Rick, maybe he's talking about yesterday's game, them coming through. Reba said the Phillies, though. They were definitely a mixed bag here a little bit on this one. No consensus, except for Steven and I. We'll be here. I'll celebrate. If you can't make it tomorrow, I'll make sure I mention it. It was our play together.
I should be able to make it tomorrow, actually, too. So,
right. Okay.
Get 3 days in a row with you. It's been enjoyable. I like it. It's fun.
It's about that's about as much as anybody can stand, apparently. All right, brother. Here we go. We got one more here.
I don't think you're going to get in trouble with me, my friend.
Here we go. Cardinals and Cubs. And, well, I guess I can't complain every time. This is not exactly the Red Sox and the Yankees, but this I could have predicted would be the televised game here tonight with Steele. Steele's taking some steam here, if I'm not mistaken, right? Maybe not. Let me see. Oh, no, $1.52. No widely reported steam. Total here is at currently 9 under for the most part. I'm going to call it 9 under. That's where the steam came in. It is a little bit on the over here in this one with the Cardinals and the Cubs. In fact, we mentioned it right here on the show when it happened. So, yeah, Miles Mikolas here dealing in this one against Justin Steele. And for Mikolas here, a 4 ERA in his last 5 starts. Cardinals are 9-5, last 14 with Steele. With Mikolas, Steele has a 7.2 ERA in his last 3 starts, an 0-2 record. The Cubs are 5-12 with Steele this season, and Steele's gone under in 5 straight here, Stephen.
It's pure and simple. Mikolas beats the Cubs. I swear to God, they have him just to play the Cubs. He just always beats the Cubs every time. So I'm taking the Cards. I probably lean to the under too. Steele is a damn good pitcher. So the Cards are going to have a tough time getting to him, I think. I believe the Cards struggle against lefties too. So I'll look that up afterwards. But Mikolas beats the Cubs. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know why. He gets up for this game, and I think he's going to beat him. So I'll take the Cards.
Yeah, numbers are subpar, but Cardinals still a winning team against left-handers. So tough to, can get into the bullpen there a little bit. One piece of steam that I want to pass along before I give a little bit of synopsis on this game as it's moving here right now. A game that we talked about before you got on the air, I think, with me, Steve, actually. Marlins, Braves, if you have a pick, let me know. we just come on the air, in fact, right? So Marlins Braves, though, the steam is coming in right now on the under at 9.5, and they juiced it pretty heavy. I'm showing 8/20 right now at Bet Online. In fact, this might be kind of a rogue number. They took it a really juiced up 9.5. So I don't know if it's too valid here, but nonetheless, we're seeing 8 over right now in that Marlins Braves game, 8/20 at Bet Online currently. So a little bit of move there. And let's see here with this one. Justin's on the Cubs here. And let's see, we got a few more. Here is Rick on the over here in this one. And Jermaine says he doesn't like Justin Steele. It didn't look too good. All right. Steven gave let's see, you said under for sure. Cubs and under, Steven? I'm sorry.
Cards and under.
Cards and under. Thank you. All right. And I'm going to roll with you on that under. That's what I'll do. Give me the under as well here.
It's two lefties, right? It's two lefties, right? No, it isn't.
Mikolas is a right-hander. No, Mikolas is a right-hander. So.
Right-hander. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. But nonetheless, for me, I think with that number getting up there, I can get a 9 under on that. I like that. Here probably would have been a premium with that standalone game. So appreciate everybody here. Teresa said here is an under. Rick said over, and then he said, is the wind blowing in? Well, Rick, you're my man, but I think you have the sequence backwards there. You're supposed to ask about the wind first. All right, let me get the wind here for Rick. And Jermaine's still worried about the days of the week. And like I said, Jermaine, I would say, if anything, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, those are kind of the ones where maybe the days of the week in baseball are a little bit more significant than those other games. Basically, what we're talking about is a first game of the series and a last game of the series, if anything, when you're handicapping days of the week and the weekend day, just because of how travel works. I guess that's the only way that I can really quantify days of the week handicapping in Major League Baseball. But if someone comes up to me like Trendmaster Rod Zawacki and says, the Phillies are 20-1 on Fridays, I'm probably going to put a little bit of stock into it for sure. Okay. Anyways, here, weather tonight in Chicago, 80 degrees, maybe 80 degrees and cooling at game time, virtually no wind. It is blowing in, but it's negligible at 2 to 5 miles per hour. All right. Appreciate everybody there. Let me see what I mentioned Rod just because I want to shout him out and get our preview here of the game. He gave us some nice comments. So there he says Argos and Stamps. Here, Stamps -4, but what did he say? Let's get the comments up there on the game. There he goes, talking about it. And appreciate it, Rod. I put you on the spot, but I know you're always ready. Argo's good at running the ball. Calgary 7th in the CFL at defending the run. Grab the field. Let's see, grab the over field goal with Toronto and under. Okay, I think they're saying take the points with Toronto at 3, 3.5, or 4, and go under here in this one. Let me see if I can kind of. Rod says Stamps 6 and 15 to the under. I mean, all right. I'm worried a little bit just because these Stamps offense, man. Philpott questionable, however. But, Mayer to Beggleton and Michael. All right, let's go with Rod here in his comments there. Appreciate everybody for joining me. And Steven here. There's our 4 consensus plays here today. It was a Milwaukee money line, Yankees run line, Royals money line, and New York Mets money line. Thank you so much to Thomas for doing a great job every day here. He's really come My man, appreciate it so much. All right, Stephen, appreciate you as well. Go ahead and tell us what's going on today with you over at Tony's Picks and the network.
Yeah, yesterday all the people that came over, I apologize. Hope you were watching the show though, because my non-premium picks were really good. My premium picks were a little under the weather yesterday, but that's all right. We'll get back at her today. We'll bring it back again. You got to have some like under the weather days every once in a while. I'll probably have a 3-game package. Searching for a best bet right now. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to find one. Maybe, but an hour I'll have them up, and you'll be able to purchase those that 3-game package for like a measly $19. And yeah, like you said, it's guaranteed. So if you don't win, you get your 19 bone back. That's always a nice little thing that they do there. Also, be watching out. I'm going to start putting early bird hockey packages up. And you're going to be able to get the whole season for a very good number, something like $250 or something like that for the whole season. That's nothing.
What?
That's, yeah. If you get early bird, if people get in right away and they support me right away, I'll give you really take care of you, man. I'll take care of you. If you're gonna trust me on my hockey picks and you're gonna get in early and you're gonna support me, I'm gonna take care of you. So be watching out for it. I'm gonna be putting it up $250 for a whole season. You can get in on that. If you wait later, it gets up to 500 and stuff like that. So and just before the season starts, it's around $750. So look at the money you're saving. So just to come in early and have some fun with me. I'll be on with Ramon here in the mornings a lot. My schedule opens up a little more in the winter time, so I'll be on a lot, and we'll have some fun. Perlo knows his hockey. Oh, thank you, my friend. It is my favorite sport, and it's something I'm very passionate about, and I love. And I love people. The reason why I started doing it, this capping, is I like to give to people. I want to see people make money, and I noticed I was making a ton, so I want you to make a ton too. We want to kick some butt this hockey season, and I'll also have a football package coming out as well. Might even combine the two. I might have a combined package where I'll combine football and hockey. Last year in football, I was up 17 and a half units. And in hockey, last year, I was up 32 units. The year before, I was up, get this, 235 units in hockey. And I imagine, and that was last year was my lowest that I've ever had. And I learned a lot from it. We're going to have huge plus money plays. The parity in hockey right now, you can get dogs like crazy. And that's what I made my mistake on last year. And I'm not going to make that mistake this year. So you guys are going to be able to get plus money plays, having fun, being part of the Steamers, and just building a strong community here. And I'm really enjoying it.
Hey, Stephen, do you think that the Utah team will be better because of their move? You know, the community obviously is going to rally around that team big time. And although the 5,000 fans that put in the mullet every night were very passionate about the Coyotes, it does feel like they're going to be embraced pretty rapidly in Utah. And maybe this team was just looking to maybe have a more professional attitude moving forward.
Well, Rod C. just said what I was about to say. Utah makes the playoffs next year. Getting Sergachev and Marino was huge for them. They have an absolutely fantastic coach, one of the best I've seen in a very, very long time. And the funny thing is, as I'm talking to you, his name is escaping me now. I don't know why. We're drawing a blank. But they needed defense. They have they have young players that are ready to pop, and I believe they will pop this year. And the only thing they need is a center. They probably need a center, but in that division, there's a lot of teams that have taken a step back. Minnesota took a step back. Dallas even took a bit of a step back. Their defense isn't going to be as good as it was. St. Louis is going to be trash. Chicago is going to be a little bit better, but I still think they should be able to beat them on a regular basis. I love their system. I love the way they play. I love their heart. They've always been a team that never gives up, and that's not going to change. And now they have a better defense to go with it. I think they can do it. I think they can make the playoffs next year, and I hope they do, because it'd be exciting for that Utah fan base. It's. I'm glad that I think Arizona will get a team some other time. Only that owner was just absolutely horrible.
Yeah, in fact, there was some news yesterday. Ashiba said he's ready to put up maybe even a deposit here to make sure that they can get that. When that expansion does head. Now, granted, I don't. That was a disaster, but a guy like Ashiba's money coming in could help get them back. They might have to go to another city or two first, depending on what the plans are. But I did see that yesterday, as Sheba wants to make a little bit of a statement here.
Well, there's a free futures for you. I take Arizona. Turney is the name of the coach. I don't know why it was escaping me. But they have Gunther. They have Marcelli. They have so many young, solid offensive players, and I just think they're going to do well. But yeah, the Arizona situation, from what I understand, nobody in their political, like in politics, that actually make these decisions, nobody liked that owner. They didn't want him around. I don't know what the dude did. I don't know what kind of an a-hole he was. Maybe he was like, but I don't know. I hard to say. But they did not like him, and that was the number one reason they kept on slamming the door on him. And that was also even the fans didn't like this owner so much. Imagine that. You're such a jerk. You can't. A state and people don't even would rather not have a team than have you as the owner. That's weird.
Yeah, look what they did with Shane Doan's right, his banner retirement, jersey retirement was in the garbage pretty much, and the arena worker dug it out and gave just things like that where it's just the guy was done with it.
Yeah, it's too bad. But Arizona will get another team again. They'll do it right next time. Get the arena first though. The arena's got to be there first next time. It's all right. Utah has a strong fan, has a lot of people, and we're going to have new people liking hockey and NHL again, and that's what it's all about.
Oh, they are passionate sports fans there, and I'm going to let you. This match is obviously getting really hot right now, with Joker still alive to try to wrestle this second set right now. So everyone want
to a tiebreaker.
We could. We're looking possibly here going to a tiebreak. Man, wow, what a match! And for Joker,
did you bet this full?
Oh no, I could not pull the trigger on it. I did. Justin talking about in there. I wanted a Olympic basketball. I gave out my two plays are both unders in the two women's games. I didn't do anything with the side, Justin. So, all right, Steve. Thanks so much. Enjoy all the other sport. I'm sure you will. We watch those other sports as well, but enjoy the baseball and all that. Appreciate everyone joining me here on the show today with Steven and I. We'll catch you back here tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, Tony's Picks YouTube channel for Tony'sPicks.com. I'm Ramon Scott. They get my premium picks as well. I'll be up there in just a minute as well. We have baseball starting here in an hour. So appreciate it, everybody. Catch you tomorrow morning, Steve. For Stephen Duncan, I'm Ramon Scott. Thanks for joining us.
Who can it be? Showing up with Tony T, yes, Ramon SEO. To the double T, befuddling these bookies like 1, 2, 3. They tapping out and we cashing out. It's plain to see. The morning scheme is the A-team, Mr. T. And I pity the fools who can't hang. Coming with real game is sort of a freight train. It's been reported bank rolls are easy to maintain. So get situated and listen to the picks. And it goes a little something like